Hello, good morning, class 11th commerce students. Today we'll learn regarding the types of companies. Okay, so on the basis of ownership, right, the companies can be classified into following three categories. Number one, private company, okay, second, public company, and third is one person company. Okay, so three categories are there. Private company, public company, and one person company, right? In this session we will discuss in a length about private company and public company. Okay, let us discuss private company. Okay, so according to the Companies Amendment Act, okay, changed Act 2000, a private company is one, okay, according to Indian Companies Act 2000, a private company is one. Okay, so I'll discuss some points. Okay, there are altogether 5 points which you have to learn, which you have to understand. Okay, so a private company is one which, number one, okay, has a minimum of 2 and maximum of 50 members excluding the employees. Number one thing, okay, has a minimum 2 and maximum 50 members excluding employees. Okay, second, one thing is that has a minimum of 2 and maximum of 50 members excluding the employees. Okay, second, restricts the right of members to transfer their shares. Okay, restricts the right of members, restricts the rights of a member to transfer its shares. Okay, third point, that does not, a private limited company or private company is one which does not offer its share to general public. Okay, does not offer its shares to general public, right? Fourth and important point, that it has minimum capital, minimum paid up capital of 1 lakh. Okay, has minimum paid up capital of rupees 1 lakh, right? And fifth and the last point is has a minimum does not invite general public to invest deposits in the company. Okay, does not invite general public to invest deposit. Invite general public to invest deposits in the company. Okay. Okay, so these are the points on the basis of which you can say a particular company is private company. It has an ideal form of organization for the people who wish to run a large scale business without involving large shareholders or group of shareholders, large shareholders group. Okay, so these 5 criteria altogether they have to fulfill. That number 1, a private company is one which has a minimum of 2 and maximum 50 members excluding employees. 1, which restricts the rights of a member to transfer its shares of the public, share of the company cannot be transferred by the members to anyone. Okay, then it does not offer its share to general public, that is why it is private. Okay, privately owned. Okay, these shares are restricted to the members only. Okay, has a minimum paid up capital of 1 lakh or multiples. Okay, and does not invite general public to deposit. Okay, deposit any kind of money to the company, right? So this is what is about the private company. Okay, I hope you understood. Please note down. Then we will move towards public company. Right? Then, like this, we will discuss the public company. So, private company you have seen. Any company registered under Companies Act, Amendment Act 2000, which fulfills those 5 criteria, will be called a private company. Okay, and now we'll discuss the public company. Okay, so a public company is one, okay, which is not private. That means which does not fulfill the criteria of private company. Okay, so a public company is one which, number 1, okay, in private company minimum 2, maximum 50 members, okay, and in public company minimum 7 and maximum no limit. Okay, has a minimum 7 members and maximum no limit. Okay, one thing, has a minimum of 7 members and maximum no limit. Okay, which permits easy transfer of its share. Which permits easy transfer of its shares. That means which allows the members to transfer its shares to any other member of the public. Okay. Third, which invites general public to subscribe to its public deposit. Okay, and subscribe to its shares and debentures. Invites general public, which invites general public, okay, to subscribe its public deposits. Okay, then invites general public to subscribe its shares and debentures. Okay, that means public company allows general public to subscribe, that means to purchase, okay, or to avail the public deposit. That means general public can deposit their money to the public limited company like they are depositing in the banks. Okay, they can subscribe, they are allowed to have their shares and debentures. Okay, a public company has a minimum paid up capital of 5 lakhs. Okay, has a minimum paid up capital of rupees 5 lakhs. Okay, and the last point, any private company which is subsidiary of public company. Okay, sister concern, subsidiary, under. Okay, any private company which is subsidiary of a public company is a public company. Okay, right? Any private company which is subsidiary of a public company is a public company. Okay, if any public company is established under which any private company is established, then that private company automatically will become a public company. Okay, so these are the 6 criteria, 6 points under on which you can say a company is a public company. Number 1, which is having a minimum of 7 and maximum of no limit members. Okay, which permits easy transfer of its shares to anyone. Okay, which invites general public to subscribe to its public deposit and as well as shares and debentures, is a public company which has a minimum paid up capital of 5 lakhs. Okay, and multiples of minimum 5 lakh. Okay, is a public company. And any private company which is subsidiary of a public company is a public company, right? There are lot many other examples. You can say that what is public company? Public company means a company which is not a private company, provided that a company which is a subsidiary of a company not being a private company shall be deemed to be public company. Okay, for the purpose for purpose of this act, even where such subsidiary company continues to be a private company in its articles. Okay, there are lot many other types, that company limited by guarantee. Okay, or company limited by shares. Company limited by shares means a company having a liability of its members limited by the memorandum to amount. Okay, if any unpaid on shares is respectively held by them. Okay, these are the things which you can learn in deep of this concept, but according to the necessity, these are the criteria on which you can say this is public company. Okay, please note it down. Fine. Now let us discuss the third point, one person company. Okay, we are having much time to discuss. Fine. Now, what is one person company? Otherwise, one person ownership, on the basis of ownership, one person ownership type of business is called sole proprietorship. But if one individual wants that his business should be recognized as a company, not as a sole proprietorship business. So the 2013 Act introduces a new type of entity or identity to the existing list. Existing list means the list of one list is for private company, one is for public company. Okay, so Amendment Act provides this new entity that is called, apart from a public and private company, the 2013 Act enables the formation of a new entity, a one person company. Okay, it is also known as OPC. OPC, one person company. Okay, and OPC means a company with only one person as its members. Okay, one person as a member. Section 3(1) of 2013 Act. Okay, according to section 3(1) of Indian Companies Act 2013. Okay, one person company is a company, no person shall be eligible to incorporate more than one, okay, or become nominee in more than one such company, right? One person company to compulsorily convert itself into public or private company in certain cases where the paid up share capital of one person company exceeds 50 lakh rupees or its average annual turnover during that particular period exceeds 2 crore rupees. It shall cease to be entitled to continue as a one person company. Okay, so one person company is that company, only one person as its member. Okay, one person as its member. Okay, only one person as its member. Okay, rule 3(1) provides that only a natural person, okay, natural person who is an Indian citizen, and a resident in India shall be to incorporate OPC or one person company. Okay, no person shall be eligible to incorporate more than one OPC, one thing, okay, become nominee or more than one such company. OPC to compulsorily convert itself into public or private in certain cases. Okay, one thing, Indian citizen, resident Okay. Then one person allowed up to one OPC only. Okay, fine. And OPC or nominee, right? Then OPC to compulsory convert into public or private company. OPC need to be converted into public or private company in case, okay, what are those things? Where the paid up share capital of OPC exceeds 50 lakh rupees. Number one, where paid up share capital exceeds 50 lakhs rupees. Okay. And second thing, where the turnover, okay, where the or its average annual turnover during the relevant period exceeds 2 crore rupees, or annual turnover of a relevant period exceeds 2 crores rupees. Fine. In this case, and it shall cease to be entitled to continue as 1% company. Okay. Right. So 1% company as per section 3(1) of Indian Companies Amendment Act 2003-13, only one person as its member is allowed. Okay, Indian citizen or resident. One person allowed up to one person company or nominee of it. Okay, OPC need to be converted into public or private company in case where the share capital, paid up share capital exceed 50 lakh or annual turnover exceeds 2 crore rupees. Okay, so these are the points which are under types of companies: private company 5 points, public company 6 points, and one person company these 3 points. Okay, so I hope I'm clear on all these 3 terms. Okay, so learn them, revise the session so that you can be having a clear idea of all these things. Okay, in the next session we will discuss the privileges, okay, or the benefits of private company over public company. Okay, on what grounds private companies are having benefits over public company, and then we will discuss a comparative of all the 5 forms of businesses: sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family, partnership, cooperative society, and joint stock company all together. Fine. Then that will be the overall summary of our chapter number 2. Fine. I have posted one documented notes of lesson number 1. Okay, for your revision. Okay, I hope those are clear to you. Please note down or make a soft copy of it so that you can be having a clear idea of lesson number 1. Okay, soon I will be releasing one more copy of notes so that you can be having more clarity about the second chapter also. Okay, till then, Goodbye. Take care. Please note down all these things. Keep learning. Keep revising. Thank you very much.